Okay, we're going to do some more quotes from Holy Grail Wisdom Quotes by me, Pete Rogers, alphabetical order. C.C. Tillery is actually two ladies with a middle name of Tillery who write books together. A couple quotes from them. It's as hard as trying to steer a herd of cats. There are monsters walking around dressed as people. Those are the ones you watch out for. Yeah, there's some people that are really bad. There are. What I've seen is some people just decide that their group is good and anybody who's not in their group is bad, and that it's okay. They have to be nice to the people in their own group, but it's okay to be cruel and bad and terrible to people outside of their group. And that's one of the great things about Christianity. It says be nice to everybody. And people take that for granted, but it's the difference between having a civil society and having endless brutality, lying, bullying, and thievery and cruelty, etc. So people are too stupid to realize that, but that's the truth. Paul Tillich, he was a theologian, a bit of a BS artist, but here's a couple of quotes. God is the ground of being. We have to build a better man before we can build a better society. So sometimes people tell me, oh, well, I think Mormonism is nonsense. I'm like, oh, some of the best people I've ever met are Mormons. So whatever the Mormons are doing, they're doing a lot better than everyone else. So I wouldn't criticize them too much, okay? The other thing, too, is the devout religious people of the early ages, you know, the Counter-Reformation, the Baroque, on through the Gilded Age, the Belle Epoque, the Victorian Renaissance, the Catholic Revival. They were much better than people are today. So we're behind. We're barbarians compared to them. Okay, the first duty of love is to listen. Loneliness expresses the pain of being alone. Solitude expresses the joy of being alone. Okay, now we're going to briefly talk about Thales. He was a Greek philosopher, 624 to 548 BC, so a long time before Socrates. Gregory Aldrete is a Greek historian of ancient Greece and Rome. He says, Confucius in China promoted tradition. Thales in Ionia challenged it. The Ionian philosophers were rationalists rather than mystics. Instead of calling them the pre-Socratics, we should call them the Ionian rationalists. They sought non-theological explanations for nature. Ionia was a border town between Western and Eastern civilizations. Thales was a merchant, a mathematician, an astronomer, and a weather predictor. So Thales quote, who is happy? The person who has a healthy body, peace of mind, and cultivates his talents. Pretty good advice. Okay, one more. We'll do Alvin Toffler. Alvin Toffler lived from 1928 to 2016. He's the author of Future Shock, which predicted the future. And he said the illiterate person of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read, but those who cannot learn. Okay, and what he's getting at was you have to be able to learn, unlearn, and learn something else. He says he must be able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yep, and that's why study skills are the most important thing, but study skills are not taught in grade school, junior high, high school, or even college. Most colleges don't teach study skills either. But that's the most valuable thing you could teach. So maybe they're not really out to help the students, was my conclusion. Okay, Toffler continues. The new education must teach the individual how to classify and reclassify information, how to evaluate its veracity, how to change categories when necessary, how to move from the concrete to the abstract and back, how to look at problems from a new direction, how to teach himself. Yeah, how to teach himself, how to have study skills. Thank you. Okay. You've got to think about big things while doing small things for all the small things to go in the right direction. Yeah, you should have some big overarching goal, whatever it is, to be a great coach, to be a great athlete, to be a great scholar in your field, whatever it might be. And then all your efforts go towards making you become that, and in so doing, you develop yourself in a lot of other ways as well. Idea assassins rush forward to kill any new suggestion on the grounds of its impracticality, while defending whatever now exists as practical, no matter how absurd it is. Yep, that's how it is. Basically what I've seen is whatever big money wants has this giant entrenchment because big money's behind it and pays all kinds of money to support it. So it doesn't matter how stupid it is. Look at paleo, keto, carnivore diets on the internet. Completely stupid. There's no data to support it. But because big money wants it, it's all over the place. Anyways, hope you found that helpful.